back in the swivel chair. Okay, I've made a quick video here, basically running through a few things that I'm going to have going on over the next couple of weeks, a few projects that I've been working on and that I will be working on, and what's basically going to be in those videos. But the real reason that I made this so quickly after the other one was to update you on this little fella. Okay, following on from the last video where I built this command station, I think I've called it about 5 different things, command station, control centre. I will pick a name and it will find its own name probably, and although it was built that in mind I want to control some trains from here, the most important thing at the minute is for me to have a space to work in, to solder and model and everything else. Because what I found is happening is I'm working on parts of the layout and I'm just leaving stuff lying around, you know, anything that I'm using, I'm leaving it there, and the layout itself is becoming really cluttered. And where you've got untidiness, you're gonna have problems. And the first problem that I had was this unfortunate fella, which was my little 08 Shunter. That was the first loco to go round the layout, which is DC at the moment. After finishing filming of the last bit of footage from the video 6, I thought, oh, I'll stick the Shunter on and just let him whiz around while I'm tidying up and doing various bits and pieces. And I'd left the lid open on a socket set, which was just into the track, if that makes sense. So he came flying around the corner, straight into that, flew off the layout, landed on the floor, and although there's nothing physical that I can see as snapped or broken, when I put it back on the layout, it made a lot of noise like the motor was going round, but the wheels weren't moving, so I'm assuming there's some cog or something in there that's broken. Yeah, not great, but it's brought forward the fact that I want to convert this layout to DCC, and I want this to be the first loco to go round, as it was the first one when it was DC, and it will be the first when it's DCC. So that means I'm going to have to convert it to DCC. I've never done that before. I don't know what I'm doing. Of course, I'll be watching and have watched some YouTube videos, but I will make a video on me attempting to get this converted, firstly repairing it and converting it to DCC, some maintenance and everything else. So yeah, that'll be a future video. I'll begin filming that pretty soon, but before I can film that I need to get this workspace into a position that I can do some work here. I want an overhead camera in so I can have that perspective on me repairing it. Again, it won't be a how-to guide because I don't know what I'm doing, but it will be, this is how I've done it, or this is what I've done to convert this to DCC. And again, all this stuff that I'm doing here is, you know, an experiment. It's trial and error, and I'm giving it a go. So yeah, watch this space for that one. Meanwhile, he can't go around the track, so he's going to sit up there while I get this workspace organised, ready to do some work. Every video I make at the moment seems to be over in this corner, but this is quite integral to everything that I'm going to do. So I had an idea about creating this layout probably 5 years ago at least, and I began really over the last 12-18 months collecting things that I knew could potentially come in useful. You know, a layout isn't hundreds, it's thousands of pounds, you know, to create a big layout, and the funds simply, you know, aren't there. So over a period of time I've been looking out for recycling wood, been on eBay and brought some locos, brought some track, I brought some new track because I'm also keen to support local model shops because, you know, we need them. but this isn't something that, you know, I think it was possibly holding me back, where I thought, well, I need to buy everything at once and then do it, where it's going to be a case of adding to and collecting the things that I need and building the layout over a longer period of time. But we have to get to a point where we begin, because I think a lot of people think, oh yeah, I'll do it next week, next month, next year, and never actually get around to do it, which is a shame. I think there's a lot of people out there certainly got the ability and need sometimes to just start. You know, we haven't got all the parts for it, fine, let's just start. What we have got, we'll use that. So over the last 12-18 months, birthdays, Christmas, looking on eBay or making the odd new purchase, whatever, I've collected some things that I thought would be useful for building the layout. So on here I've got, and just to one side here, and I'll bring them over, a soldering station. A good soldering station, I think, is going to be really important. There's that on the last video, the hole that I made for the power cables to go in to hide them. Still haven't put any power underneath, but that will be the next step. So anything I use on here can be powered up. So soldering station, again, I'm not sure what side. It may work out that it needs to be there, or I need to do the modelling part over here and the control bit over here. Don't know yet. That I'll see what naturally, how it naturally works out and how it feels and what's easier. I also got brought these quite a while ago actually. These are good for spray painting things or holding cables together for soldering. Found that really useful, used that a fair bit already. I've got another soldering iron, which I think my partner possibly brought me for last birthday, maybe even the birthday before. But the Ryobi soldering iron for, you know, being mobile around the layout with it. I've not really used that in anger, so I can't really give any feedback on whether that's good, bad or indifferent, but I will do. At the same time, she got me the Ryobi multi-tool. Amazing tool, you know, really. I think every model railway build that I see, there's some form of multi-tool, and I can only say this is the one I've used. It's been really good. Came with loads of accessories, and they're the only ones that I've used so far, and they've all been fine and quite hard wearing. When I was out shopping at some point, I don't know which one it was, but one of the cheaper supermarkets, Lidl, Aldi, this rotating accessory organiser was there for something like £15, so I just snapped that up and thought, well, that'll come in handy. Again, not used many of the parts in it yet, as I'm still using the Ryobi ones, but again, in due course, we'll see if they're good or bad. As I get older and my eyesight fails, magnifying glass with built-in LED light. I'm going to have to put that up somewhere. It doesn't have a natural mounting bracket at the minute, but I'll find something for that. So that will definitely come in handy for anything I do. No end of small tools that I've brought, you know, these little hand drills, put and track down. There's loads of those that I've just sort of seen and gone, oh yeah, I'm sure that'll come in handy. What else have I got? Also, yeah, this is for another project, an air compressor and some only cheap airbrushes at the moment. I'll get them up, I don't know where they are at the moment. But yeah, I haven't gone down the expensive route. It was just a project that I needed this for, so it basically paid for itself there. But again, handy, you know, for just using the compressed air on it to blow dust out of things, or for airbrushing. Again, I'm not quite sure how loud that is, so it may have to be put on some kind of bed of foam or something to stop it absolutely rattling on this floor. And there's loads of other stuff that I'll get over in. I'm also going to need some shelving for storage of tools and things like that, so I'll be building that over the coming videos. Certainly keep you updated on all this stuff. And as of this video, it's just over 300 subscribers, which is, you know, amazing, brilliant. Thank you to absolutely every single one of you. and I know that the family's probably only 5 of them, so that's the rest of people that hopefully are genuinely interested. Still loads of positive feedback, but actually liking the video really does help. I've just noticed that, you know, I watch a load of videos and I don't always click the like button, so clicking the like button and subscribing is, you know, is the thing that this channel will need to grow and thrive. So if you haven't already subscribed, it'd be really appreciated if you did. Thanks. Okay, so that's some of the stuff. So I'll organise this and move stuff around, so by the next time we have a video that is any works going on over here, hopefully it'll be better laid out. Another thing that I'm working on for keeping the layout tidy, storage, is this mobile storage unit with a worktop on the top, so that I can wheel this to an area that I'm working on around the layout and have tools. This has got drawers for tool storage in there. I can put containers of screws. There's also some drawers with dividers for screws, connectors, anything that's going to be useful around the layout, so that I can just wheel that from place to place. I'm not sure how big that this can go on the top and whether I need some sort of retaining wall around the 3 sides so that things don't roll off. But again, this is a bit of a work in progress, but the idea is, you know, I want to work with multi-tool over there, wheel it over there, and I've got everything that I need in one place, and also another place to store all these small containers of screws and things that I keep building. So yeah, that's going to be really handy as well. I'll keep you updated on how that evolves. Another little update and another thing that I'm going to be doing in conjunction with this workspace is, and ironically today is the warmest day of the year in the UK. They reckon it's going to get up to 21 degrees Celsius. Not quite sure what that is in Fahrenheit, but for the UK, for us it's warm. For everyone else, probably not. But I'm still going to put in this infrared heater, and this is going to sit up there and be controlled from the panel down here. Now, these work by heat, like the sun really, it heats the person or the thing rather than the environment. So a volume heater would heat this space up. It'd probably be loud, and it wouldn't hold the heat in here very well, but this will just heat me up where I'm working. And I think in some of the spaces where people have got layouts like lofts and sheds, I think this would be a real advantage. And again, this is a sample actually, because we in my day-to-day business we buy and sell and install these. So this is like a busman's holiday for me, I guess. But we'll stick this up, and that will give me some heat down here. And then also another thing that I'm going to put in, all this work that I've got planned, is some task lighting. So around the top here, some LED strip probably, not quite sure, or whether I illuminate from above. I'll see how that works out. But all this stuff is going to be going on in the next few days, and hopefully then I can get an update video when this is done. Another video I want to do is for the rebuilding of the little shunter. I've got to get some bits for that yet. And there is another one, yeah, the track plan. I have been working on the track plan now. I'm no tracks plan expert, like a lot of things. First time I've done all this, so it is taking a bit of working out, and it's a bit more difficult than I'd anticipated actually, but it's coming along, and I'm just trying to put that together in a video that isn't ultra boring. But yeah, that is another work in progress. Whether that will be, you know, within the next 5 videos, I'm not sure. But again, I've got this track plan in my mind. It's just getting it down on a computer or on paper and working it out in this particular layout. Okay, that's the end of this little update for now. Hopefully that just gives you a little bit of a taster on what's going to be coming up over the next few weeks. And of course find out what I can do with the little shunter. Again, like, subscribe, all appreciated. Thanks very much. I'll see you soon.